All right, welcome to the car. I'll tell you everything you need to know about the New Orleans Saints following Thursday's practices. Chase Young still not out at practice. And with him missing both Wednesday and Thursday, that seems to indicate an expectation that he will miss for a fourth week in a row. And so they could have put him on injured reserve, I guess, in that case is going to be the big thing. But honestly, the biggest thing for me when it comes to the injured reserve thing is that it really doesn't matter. You put them on injured reserve all you want. What does that do? It gives you an extra roster spot, but who are you going to sign? Who's going to help you? And you already have the ability to elevate players from injured reserve, from the practice squad and things like that, such as Fadil Diggs, who was able to help them out in Chase Young's absence. He'll get another opportunity to do that. He still has an elevation left, or he could be signed up to the active roster. At this point, I think we're expecting to see Chase Young out again. I think the bigger concern isn't that they didn't put him on IR or they should have put him on IR or anything like that. Again, I don't think that helps you. I don't think that makes any difference. But I think the biggest part, whatever the best case scenario is that the New Orleans Saints expected, it ain't that. And so that to me is the biggest thing. Obviously, you want him out on the field as quickly as possible. But at this point, it looks like he's on track to miss his fourth week. And when you're the top paid edge rusher, the best player on defense that's supposed to go out there and be a fearsome player to help out this defense, you're not able to do that. That's going to end up causing some frustration. That's going to end up causing some issues. So we'll see how the Saints handle that and how quickly Chase Young can get out onto the field. I don't blame anybody for feeling frustrated about that situation. Some good news for New Orleans, however, they did get Devon Vele back participating on Thursday. He was present on Wednesday, but we only saw him during the stretch portion of practice. He went in after that. Here on Thursday, he was actually participating, running routes, catching footballs, all that other stuff. So the big-bodied wide receiver could be available for the Saints after missing last week's game in Seattle. So that's the big things that you need to know from Thursday's practice. We'll keep you updated tomorrow, where we'll get an injury report that will also include game designations, so we'll figure out who's out, who's in, who's questionable, all that. We'll walk to the car, and I'll tell you all about it.